Hey guys, it's Krista. So today I'm in my car and I thought I would show you guys how I take my blog photos and my Instagram photos. I get questions on this all the time. So it's about 1 o'clock right now and I'm kind of going to do this like a vlog style thing. I'm recording on my phone. So yeah, I'm just here and I just found like an area that I want to shoot in. So yeah, that's it. I don't know, this is my first type of this video, so I hope it is informational for you. I'm going to show you my camera equipment, and then my camera settings, and then how I take the photos. So before you take photos, the first thing you need to do is find an area that you are comfortable being in by yourself. I take all my photos myself, so the location of where I'm taking photos is important because I want to feel safe while I'm there by myself. And I go to different locations depending on if I have help or if I don't have help, and 95% of the photos that I take are taken by me, so a lot of the times I'm doing this by myself. So yeah, so the first thing is wherever you choose to shoot your photos, just make sure that you feel comfortable being there by yourself with your camera equipment and that you feel safe. Okay, so I just finished setting up my camera and I just have it on this tripod, and I'll link it down below, and then I'll link all my camera equipment down below too. So I always put it on my tripod crooked so then I could go like this to turn it long ways for photos. God, doing this is so difficult, guys. So yeah, I just have everything set up right now. This is my wireless remote, so it connects to the side of my camera, and then I have this. It's set on a 3-second delay, so when I click it, it'll focus and it'll delay for 3 seconds before it takes a photo. And then of course my camera has this so you can see what you're looking at. This is hard to do. Okay, since it's a sunny day, I'm going to put it on ISO 100. And I'm going to turn this up. It's probably still way overexposed. Turn up to like 1,000. So I pretty much just tinker with this and take some test photos, which I will show you, and then I'll readjust it. Depending on what I'm going for, I usually keep the aperture pretty low so I can get background blur. And just some other things. So when you're out taking photos by yourself, people are going to wonder what you're doing. A man just came up to me and pretty much just like asked me what I was doing out here, because I am just in a residential neighborhood. So just be aware of where you are and just be nice to people when they ask you. I just tell people I'm taking photos for my fashion blog and they're just like, oh, okay, like that's cool. So just be aware, and if somebody's being rude to you, it's not worth like having an argument over. Just go. Like, there are plenty other places to take photos. So if somebody is giving you trouble, literally just leave. Also, like, my car is right here, and I'm taking photos right here. So I always make sure my car is super close to me. I always keep my keys in my pocket, and then I always keep one of the windows rolled down just so I can like grab stuff off the seat really fast. But all my car doors are locked. So yeah, so this is the outfit that I'm doing today. And it's just this button-down shirt and these jeans and these super cute shoes. And that's pretty much it. So I'll take some photos and then I will show you guys, and I'll talk some more, I guess. But yeah, that's it. Okay, so I just got back home and I'm just going to go through my equipment really fast, and then talk about all the things that I use, and just give you guys some tips for taking photos when you're out by yourself. So my life is a mess right now. So when I'm going out to take photos, I just put all of my stuff in this little backpack, and well, not all of it because my tripod won't fit in there. And inside my backpack I have this case, and this is just a protective padding for cameras and I'll leave this link down below too. You guys, I literally only have one hand. So yeah, my camera just fits right in here, and this is padded. It also comes with little like compartmentalization thingies, so you can like make little compartments, but my camera's too big for that. Okay, so the camera that I use is a Canon T4i. I bought this used off of Amazon. Again, I'll leave the links below. I always shoot in manual mode, and my lens is a 18 to 35 millimeter f1.8 Sigma lens. Again, I'll leave it linked down below. So basically, this lens allows me to shoot at an 1.8 aperture at all the zoom settings. I don't know. So basically, sometimes when you buy a lens, a zoom lens, if you zoom in more, you can't shoot at a lower aperture. And lower apertures give you more like background bokeh. So this lens allows me to shoot at f.8 all the way up to 35 millimeters. So yeah, that's that. And then, ooh, it's on right now. So let us look at this. So the camera settings I used, what is happening? There you go. Yes, manual. I accidentally changed it. Okay, so the camera settings I used to take the photos that you see, I used 1/2000th shutter speed, f2.0, and then ISO 100. And I always do auto white balance most of the time if it's outdoors. If it's indoors, I sometimes set it, but if it's outdoors, I always use auto white balance, which you see right here. It's set to neutral, so that basically means that none of the colors are like enhanced or, you know, it's just set to neutral. And then I always take all my photos in RAW, because RAW photos are a lot easier to edit because they're not compressed like JPEG photos. And I pretty much just play around with these settings while I'm taking photos until I find one that I like. And then what else? Oh yeah, so I spoke about this before, but I also have my focus. There you go. So I also have my wireless remote, and this supposedly works up to 100 yards or 100 feet or something. It works up to 100 something, meaning that I can stand pretty far back from my camera and still take photos. So this is a part that just connects into your camera, and this part connects to the top of your camera, so you can just slide it right into this part right here. And then this is your remote, so you take the photo. And this has different settings too, so you can set a delay like I said earlier. You can have it so it doesn't delay. You can take like, crap, I can't remember what the name of it, but you can do all types of things with wireless remotes, so they're really helpful. I think this was about $40. And then the last thing that I have is, actually I'll show you my camera card too. So the last thing that I have is my tripod, and this is a Vanguard tripod, and I'll leave the link to this exact one down below. But this was about $150, I want to say. It was a gift. Until recently, I was using a $16 tripod from Target. So you definitely don't have to spend that type of money on a tripod, but with my new camera lens, the other tripod was just not sturdy enough to support my camera. And this tripod is also very good for traveling, because it's very compact and it's very small and lightweight. And then the last thing I'll show you is my camera card. So this was about $50, I want to say. It was on sale, and it said the original price was like $250, but they were having some like crazy camera sale at Best Buy one day. I was like, oh yeah, I'll get this. So this is a 64 gigabyte Extreme Pro SanDisk, and I can't read the level of it, but it's like, I'll leave a link down below, but it's like one of like the higher level SD cards. That's why it was so expensive, meaning that SD cards have like levels or rates on them, basically telling you like how good it is, how fast it can write information to the SD card. So all these are important. I'm gonna write a blog post explaining everything down, and the link will be down in the description box below, so make sure to go check that out, and I'll have the links to everything and photos so you can sort of see what you want and if you want to get any of these items. So just some tips about filming like by yourself, or not filming by yourself, but taking photos by yourself. So one is you have to feel comfortable doing it, and I've gone out and taken photos of myself for the last like year and a half, and every time it's slightly nerve-wracking because just going out there and being by yourself and doing these things by yourself is not normal, I guess. Usually when people take photos, they have somebody else with them, so it is kind of nerve-wracking to be doing it by yourself. Today I had 2 separate people come up to me and ask me what I was doing. The first one was like super suspicious of me, and he was like, yeah, somebody broke my car window and blah blah blah, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that sucks. And he's like, oh, what are you doing? And I was just like, yeah, I'm just taking photos for my fashion blog. And he's just like, oh, okay. Then like everything was fine. The other lady was like, oh, is somebody selling their house? I see you're taking photos. And I was just like, no, I'm just taking photos of myself for my blog. And she's like, oh, okay. So usually after you tell people what you're doing, they're just like, oh, okay, like they feel fine. But when they see like people doing things I guess they think are weird, like near where they live, especially since I live in a suburban area, they want to ask you what you're doing, because to them it seems suspicious. So always just be nice to people that are asking you, what you're doing. Just tell them you're taking photos for your blog. Usually that just shuts them up, and they'll be like, oh, okay, and they're perfectly fine. If somebody gives you trouble, like I said earlier, it's not worth it, so just leave. You don't want to have to deal. People can be very rude and petty, so you don't want somebody to like call the police on you or something, even though you're doing something that's completely illegal. Always make sure you're on public property. So I always take my photos like on the sidewalks, or somewhere where I know like this is not somebody's like private property. Don't go onto somebody's private property to take photos. It's just not worth it. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Taking photos of yourself is not that difficult. You can even take photos of yourself with your phone. You can get a tripod for your phone and set a timer and take photos of yourself that way. As you can see, my iPhone is actually giving me pretty good quality, I hope, video. And I actually bought it so I could take more photos on the go and have just a nicer quality camera to use. And this is the first time I'm actually using it. But yeah, I think that is it. If you haven't noticed by now, I changed my Instagram name, and I changed my YouTube name, because even though I love hair and I love doing hair, and I'm going to continue doing hair, I also wanted to post different types of content on here that don't have to do with hair, and I just feel like more content that represents myself, so which is why I just changed the channel name to my name. But that's pretty much it. Remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos all the time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!